Fresh week, fresh day with so many things on ground. Today is already Monday and it happens to be the 14th of April and the year is 2025. In front of the lens is already Orak Benson Pastore to give you what continues to transpire around the world. And remember, the program for news is always on your way from Mondays to Saturdays from the hour of 7 p.m. up to the hour of 8 p.m. whereby we give you a lot. And as usual, we commence everything with what's happening in the headlines, then we bounce back to give you the news into details. Because of that, first take a look at the headlines. I'll be bouncing back shortly. Coming up in the NILECAST news headlines tonight, learners at Mbarasine Secondary School excel in project work. Public in Moyo asked to impress malaria vaccination. And two arrested over PDM and extortion in the district. Details about this in NILECAST news. And two arrested over PDM and extortion in the district. Details about this in NILECAST news. Now, moving forward with the details of the news, we are commencing it within Arua City and in education sector, particularly from Mvara. Uganda's new curriculum for lower secondary schools takes a milestone. In fact, it's like this. Uganda's new curriculum for lower secondary education takes a milestone in some of the schools in West Nile region as learners at Mbarasine Secondary School on Saturday, 12th of April 2025, once again surprised the world through genius exhibition of their learning projects, leaving a number of stakeholders in joy. Take a look at the story. Uganda's new curriculum for lower secondary education takes a milestone in some of the schools in West Nile region as learners at Mbarasine Secondary School on Saturday, 12th of April 2025, once again surprised the world through genius exhibition of their learning projects, leaving a number of stakeholders at joy. Uganda's new curriculum for lower secondary education takes a milestone in some of the schools in West Nile region as learners at Mbarasine Secondary School on Saturday, 12th of April 2025, once again surprised the world through genius exhibition of their learning projects, leaving a number of stakeholders in joy. Different learners at the school have exhibited their various project works and some sharing their experience in doing the works.
Linda, I'm a senior for South. My project is SOP. I have solved the problem of self-employment. That's problem of whereby people are not able to employ themselves because they lack what to do. But me making this SOP, it's part of my new curriculum, critical thinking and problem solving, solve that problem, the self-employment, that issue. Then also there is that problem of wasting money every time buying soap, all those things. But when you have this soap, you can make it locally, and whenever you make it, due to the water and those things, ingredients you use, it is made in a large quantity according to the quantity that you need. So it reduces the wastage of money.
My name is called Suhen Batik, Senior 4 East, Mbarasine Secondary School. And my project of this year is making an electric bed. And why I've chosen this is because I want to encourage skills and creative thinking so that you improve on standard of living. And the way this thing works is that we use a motor and mount a hammer, which when connected to the battery and when switch on, the motor propels the hammer and hit the gong to produce the sound effective, which will amplify it so that other people can also hear. I think that's all that I can say about the project.
My name is Catherine Kino. I'm a senior 4 West, and this is the project I've come up with, the academic year 2025. This is actually a flower vase made from cement, water. Okay, I came up with this because our project mainly the theme was skills and innovation for sustainable living. So by coming up with this, I have promoted my skill, which is coming up with this. Then I can be able to sell this to get income during holidays as I wait for my results.
Meanwhile, a parent expressed her gratitude having seen the brilliant project work of her child.
Actually, it gives us courage to pay fees more and more, because if we see the value of our money when it's going, actually we are really happy. We are really blessed to have this new curriculum, because it gives a kid to think more, to think what next, not waiting for them to be told. Because as he has done that, I'm very happy. I didn't expect it, but thanks to God, I've seen this is very fine.
Whereas Ezati Joffrey, Director of Studies at Mvarasine Secondary School, applauds the learners for their genius work and laments by saying these project works will help to address the community challenges.
In the new curriculum, there are different forms of assessment. One of the assessment is a project work. Now, project work enables students to apply the knowledge they learn in class to solve societal problems. Now, when you look at the students' work, they have tried their best to use these knowledges in various subjects integratingly to try to solve the problems around the school and in their communities.
Eliakim Onyiga, head teacher Mvarasine Secondary School, laments by saying, at the beginning it was not easy, but through the support of the various stakeholders, it has registered success.
At the beginning it was not easy because everything looked new, strange and difficult. But through the support of the Ministry of Education and Government of the Republic of Uganda, a lot of retooling and capacity building was done for the teachers of this country, and more especially also for us as Mvara. All these were done. We started implementing this new curriculum. The first lot of candidates sat last year, where last year in September we did a similar thing where we gave opportunity for the school, for the public to come and view how the new curriculum project implementation looks like. I think it was very, very successful, and I remember in our summary result of UCE, project was much better done than even the theory. This was attributed to the fact that the teachers gave time, the learners were guided, a lot of preparation was done.
New curriculum focuses towards a response to the need to enhance learner skills and meet their needs, especially in the context of 21st century demands, and Mvarasine Secondary School excelled in 2024 UCE results under new curriculum. Orak Benson Pastore, compiling the story for Western Television NILECAST. Now, jetting to Moyo district, looking at the health sector, the government of Uganda cannot afford to kill its people through vaccinations. Therefore, the public needs to embrace malaria vaccination. This statement was made by Honorable Batio Joyce Udu, the Secretary for Health and Gender Moyo District, during the launch of the malaria vaccination drive at Besia Health Center 3 on 8th of April 2025. Take a look at the story.
The government of Uganda on 2nd April this year launched a mass malaria vaccination drive in 105 districts across the country for children who are below 5 years, aimed at reducing and eliminating malaria by 2030. But Joyce Udu, the Secretary for Health and Gender Moyo District Local Government, while launching the mass malaria vaccination in Moyo District, said the government cannot afford to kill its citizens through vaccinations and therefore urged the public to avoid having negative attitudes towards vaccination so as to reduce on malaria burden across the district.
I want to appeal to the general public, to the population of Moyo District and beyond, that government cannot afford to kill its citizens through provision of vaccines, because government still likes these people. They want these people to live. Government wants to lead the general population, so it will be stupid of them to bring vaccine
that can kill the entire population. That one can't happen. We want to rule that out. I want to say this. In a serious note, that no vaccine is dangerous or unaccepted by the government.
Dr. Idi Franklin, the district health officer Moyo, explains why they have decided to roll out the mass malaria vaccination drive across the district, saying that the government, through the Ministry of Health, intends to eliminate malaria by 2030.
Why we are also embracing this vaccine, which is introduced in in 105 districts in Uganda with a moderate to severe malaria burden, is because we want to eliminate the severe form of malaria. That is the malaria that brings convulsions, malaria that reduces blood, forcing us to transfuse children. So we want to reduce severe cases of malaria. So the introduction of this vaccine does not mean that all those other preventive measures should be dropped. All those should be continued, and if we continue as a country at large, we can be in position to eliminate malaria come 2030. This vaccine is very safe. It has been tried elsewhere. So far, over 600 million doses of the vaccine has been given.
Ariku Moses Peter, a village health team member, lauds government for rolling out the malaria vaccinations across the district and hopes the vaccine will work effectively and reduce on the malaria burden among the public.
So I'm so grateful. I think now with this vaccine it's going to lower our malaria cases. So I hope the vaccine will work effectively so that our children will not die of malaria. And all other vaccines, I think they have contributed a lot. So the mortality rate has reduced, especially for malaria.
Lenia Irene, a mother, said she has decided to take her child for vaccination because she wants her child to stay healthy and happy in life.
I got my kid because I don't want my kid to suffer. I want my kid to get better future, and I want my kid to be healthy.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Moving forward now to Greater Nebi region, particularly in Nebi district, police in Nebi district have apprehended 2 PDM leaders for allegedly extorting money from beneficiaries of the Parish Development Model Program. The arrests carried out by Nebi police followed multiple complaints from affected residents in Parombo sub-county. This story has been compiled by Alfred Jawok.
Police in Nebi district have apprehended 2 PDM leaders for allegedly extorting money from beneficiaries of the Parish Development Model Program. The arrest, carried out by Nebi police, followed multiple complaints from affected residents in Parombo sub-county Nebi district. The detained individuals include Donasiano Ngura, Sacco leader for Padel Parish, Parombo sub-county, and Lawrence Oromchan, Sacco leader, Penji village. The duo are accused of extorting over 2 million shillings from over 150 beneficiaries and subsequently deleting their names from the official PDM beneficiaries list. The arrests were ordered by Donald Owachgiu, the Assistant Resident District Commissioner of Nebi, who emphasized the government's commitment to accountability in the PDM program.
Said 2 people from Parombo sub-county, Padel Parish, Penji village. These 2 people have been extorting money for PDM. They get people from another parish and they register them with their phone, they register them with their ID, and they give them 300,000 instead of giving them 1 million.
Owashgiu added that the suspects remain in custody at Nebi Central Police Station with investigations underway to ensure they are brought before the courts.
So that they can learn as the investigation for more people are coming, because there are more people who are claiming that they have been doing the same thing. So the reason why we want to arrest them, so that we teach other people that this money for PDM is supposed to benefit the last person who is the last beneficiary at the grassroots level. This is the essence why His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda brought this idea of PDM to empower the people, the local wananchi, to get to a certain level where they can become self-independent. So I say all this for God and my country. Thank you.
Philbert Waibi, DPC Nebi, said the arrest aligned with President Museveni's directive during his recent PDM tours in eastern Uganda, where he ordered stringent measures against civil servants and leaders sabotaging the program.
This is to inform the public, especially of Nebi, that we have two people we have arrested in connection with the PDM money, and we are going to take these people to court.
The president emphasized that such misconduct undermines the program's goal of empowering Ugandan households. The event revealed cases of extortion, with some beneficiaries reporting being forced to pay bribes of between 50,000 and 150 to access funds. Waibi condemned the extortion and urged politicians to stop spreading falsehoods about the program. The DPC further confirmed the arrest and reiterated the police commitment to investigating and prosecuting those involved in extortion or any form of mismanagement of PDM funds.
The people that are involved in the management of PDM funds, that the government has put guidelines how these funds should be accessed, and those people involved in the management of those funds should strictly follow those guidelines to avoid the falling culprit or committing any offenses that may get them into our custody or even court. So let them ensure that the government program really runs smoothly, because it has intentions and really they are for the good of this country.
The parish development model, launched to eradicate household poverty through enterprise support, continues to face challenges of corruption and mismanagement. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Let's conclude today's news with what's happening in religious affairs. As Christians have been called upon to have faith even in hard times so that they become strong in God. This was during Palm Sunday celebration at Jukia Catholic Chapel, where Reverend Father Joseph Luger appealed to the Christians to be strong in faith even in hard times. Alfred again has the details about the story.
Police in Nebi district have apprehended two PDM leaders for allegedly Christians have been called upon to have faith even in hard times so that they become strong in God. This was during Palm Sunday celebration at Jukia Catholic Chapel, where Reverend Father Joseph Luger, the director of Maria, appealed to the Christians to be strong in faith even in hard times. In his sermon, Reverend Father Luger noted that Palm Sunday marks the beginning of Holy Week as they commemorate Jesus Christ's triumphal entry into Jerusalem.
Palm Sunday marks the last Sunday of Lent. In this Sunday, we also begin the Holy Week. We imitate Jesus Christ. It may not be the whole thing the way it happened, but at least to have a feel of the faith, to have a feel of what Jesus Christ passed through.
He further lamented that Catholics carry palm branches in a procession to symbolize Jesus' entry into Jerusalem, as a special mass is held to bless the palms and mark the start of the Holy Week.
And in this week, we prepare ourselves intensively as we accompany Jesus Christ in his suffering and death. And in this death, he died for us. And also we are being encouraged to make a lot of sacrifices to reconcile ourselves with God.
Meanwhile, Hashim Suleiman, Member of Parliament in the municipality, who joined the Christians to celebrate the Palm Sunday, encouraged the believers to always be faithful in serving God. The legislator donated 3 million shillings to construct Jukia Chapel, Nebi Catholic Diocese.
Church. Yes, that is I'm very happy about that progress. Then you plan who could be occupied slab. Ango be meter slab, maybe go to siminti bags a d then ango. We work facing my HR work conjure slab. What is the next level? Is the wall. Makuwa raising wall. Because you Kristo ni pin magikelu nyati entendwe. Pin enu makokongi ipasho de. Pin enu makochulfizi pa wiya migide. Pin enu makoketgi sham de. Pin enu makoketgi wil sabuni. Iluwa bongo ben maleng.
The Nebi Catholic Diocese, established in 1996, has a rich history and spiritual significance. In the region. Alfred Jawok, Camila Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Before I get out of the studios, remember so many things of course happened over the weekend in the world of sports. In the big league, Onduparaka picked its first win in the second phase of the season after beating Busoga by 2-1. That means there is a clear chance they may not be relegated. I am talking about the team of Onduparaka Football Club. Meanwhile, for Paida Black Angels and the team of Calvary, they still have the hope of going back to Star Times Uganda Premier League. For PBA, they have been in there before they were actually relegated in 2019. But for Calvary, in case they happens to go through to Star Times Uganda Premier League, it will be the first of its kind for Calvary to play in Star Times Uganda Premier League. Currently, they sit in the 4th position. Meanwhile, Paida Black Angels of Zombo, they sit in the 5th position. And in Europe, in English Premier League, the race is almost over. Liverpool just remaining with a win for them to be crowned as the champions of 2024/2025 season in English Premier League. Meanwhile, in Italian Serie A, the battle is still on amidst the three teams. I'm talking about Inter Milan, you talk about Napoli, not forgetting about Atalanta. And then in French League 1, Paris Saint-Germain, the principality, the Spark, the princess-based club, is also almost cleansing it from that side in France. And then in German Bundesliga, the race is still continuing between the team of Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen over the weekend. They all played a draw. For Bayer Leverkusen, they were held into a barren draw by Union Berlin. Meanwhile, for the team of Bayern Munich, they had to play into a draw with the team of Borussia Dortmund. Also in Spanish Primera Division, the Los Blancos, that's Real Madrid, could not afford to lose it easily into the hands of the Catalonian-based club, that's Barcelona. Despite them having a red card in yesterday's game, they did beat Alaves by a goal to nil. Not Alaves, rather Leganes. Not Leganes, Alaves by a goal to nil. Meanwhile, for Barcelona, we saw them winning against the team of Leganes. That means the battle is still on between the team of Real Madrid and also Barcelona. And Atletico Madrid not leaving themselves behind. And in Spanish, not in Spanish, rather, in Portugal, the team of Soccer Lisboa, Benfica, and Sporting Lisbon, they are still going on, but for the team of Benfica, they had to play a 2-all draw with Aruca in yesterday's game, and in that Eredivisie, it seems the team of Ajax is going away with the gong. I am talking about the title in that Eredivisie. With that, we have come to the conclusion of today's edition of NILECAST News. It has been me, Orak Benson Pastore, doing it for you. Let's link up again tomorrow for the same program of NILECAST News. We are back fully.